Hi guys, welcome to Daddy and the Don. It's week 29 of the English Premier League and we're going to bring you all 13 score predictions. That's because we've got Carabao Cup final postponed game as well as a couple of COVID related games that were postponed earlier in the season. So before we get started with Brighton v Liverpool, please like, subscribe and comment on the videos. Please guys, come on. We are trying here. We're trying. Come on.
Right. I've actually been given quite an interesting game, I can't lie. I've been given Brighton versus Liverpool. So Brighton, Graham loves Brighton, and especially their manager, who he says is average. I'm shocked he didn't degrade him more down, saying he's a rubbish manager. But Liverpool, I know it was a few weeks ago now, but just winning the Carabao Cup, they're going to have so much confidence. And I think they are going to get another 3 points. And I think they're going to win the Prem. My personal opinion. I think the score will be pretty tight because Brighton's one of those teams that are hard to beat. But it's like a draw-read game. So I think it's going to be 3-2.
Brentford versus Burnley. Brentford will be aiming to build upon a fantastic win last time out against Norwich City. This time they'll be hosting fellow relegation strugglers Burnley. The visitors sit third from bottom in the Prem as things stand, but could move out of the relegation zone with a win on Saturday afternoon. Burnley, however, haven't lost any of their last 6 matches against Brentford and claimed a 3-1 win at Turf Moor back in October. Well, I'm backing Burnley. I think they're going to get the job done. Plus, I'm a fellow Northerner. I believe it will be Burnley 3, Brentford 2.
My game this week is Man United v Spurs. Currently, both these teams are quite unpredictable. They go from having a good win and then to having an embarrassing defeat. You just don't know what you're going to get when on the day. And to be honest, I genuinely don't know how to predict this game. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go straight down the middle and go for a 1-1 draw.
Okay, so for Chelsea, they're at that part of the season where every single game is crucial. Because the race for top 4 is so tight, points-wise, Chelsea need to win this game against Newcastle. I feel like that they will anyway, due to their good form against Burnley, who are usually a tough squad against us. But I feel that this game against Newcastle will be a good 3 points. And Chelsea really need those points to stay in the top 4, as we have the likes of Arsenal, who have still got games in hand, who are rushing up, who could possibly overtake Chelsea. And we have the likes of Man United, who have obviously dropped in form, but anything can happen in the Premier League. And the likes of West Ham, who could surprise us with getting in the Champions League this season. So every game for Chelsea is so crucial, and we need to win the majority or just get these points to stay in the top 4. As I feel the title race is over for Chelsea. We're just in that race to stay in the Champions League. I don't care if Chelsea get 3rd or 4th. All I care about is just staying in the Champions League for next season for Chelsea. But I feel that the game against Newcastle will be 3-0 Chelsea, and they're going to absolutely dominate possession, and I feel like it's going to be a good game.
Hi, my game is Everton Wolves. I'm doing this the day after Everton just got hammered by Spurs 5-0. Obvious thing to say, but they're banging trouble down there at the bottom. I think Lampard obviously has got a massive job to do there. I think he can get them out of trouble, and I think he will. They've got a decent squad, I think, when he's got his first team together. There's a bit of luck, a win somewhere, pick up a couple of results. But obviously that 5-0 hammering won't do the goal difference any good. Wolves, I think they've lost the last 2, maybe even the last 3, but they've had a good season, and I think they're 8th. The fella come in, took over from Nuno, which is going to be a tough ask. He's done a good job there, Nuno. But credit to him, he's done well, keeping them in contention for Europa League places. I don't score a lot of goals, but then on the flip side, I don't concede many. So this one for me, I don't know. I mean, it could go home, win, away, win, draw, score, draw. But if I'm going to predict anything on this one, I'm going to sit on the fence, be boring, and for me it's going to be Everton 1, Wolves 1.
So this week I've got Leeds versus Norwich. There's no denying that both of these teams are having a really difficult and poor season, both on and off the pitch. Obviously, both had managerial changes, both pretty much in the relegation battle. Leeds are still somehow just outside the relegation zone, but they're dropping like a lead balloon at the minute. That being said, yes, Leeds have just changed their manager, but I think they're still missing a lot of their key players, which is one of the reasons why they've struggled so much this season. Dean Smith has done okay since coming to Norwich, so because of that, I'm going to say Norwich might just win this, and it might just be a close 1-0 win for Norwich.
Southampton versus Watford. Southampton in a better position. Arguably with a better squad. Watford with more of the momentum at the moment, I would say. Certainly playing a better football. Southampton very inconsistent. We know that they're capable of playing some very good, very attractive, positive football. But it's whether they decide to turn up or not. I think Watford are fighting for their lives at the moment. Expect to see a strong performance from them. Obviously, they've found their feet a little bit more with a new manager, and I expect them to grind out a result. I think this is going to be a 2-1 Watford.
Week 29 predictions. Game I've been given is West Ham versus Aston Villa. At the time of this recording, bear in mind that both teams, West Ham, they've got to go and play Sevilla midweek in the Europa League, and Aston Villa have got, I believe, one of their games in hands against Leeds United. I think these midweek games will be a big factor for their matchup on week 29. So yeah, as I stated, I believe a lot of stamina, blood, sweat and tears will go into these matches during the midweek. Hence why I think the battle between West Ham and Aston Villa on the weekend will be very boring. I think there'll be a lot of passing around, not many chances. I think a lot of tired players. As we can see, Aston Villa, they are doing decent. Gerrard's come in, got the best out of Coutinho, looking like the old Coutinho again. Got the best out of a few other players. Ollie Watkins is starting to score again. West Ham, on the other hand, a bit up and down. Just a normal mid-table team. Don't see anything magical. Yeah, they got decent players. But yeah, like I said, I think that Europa League game against Sevilla, West Ham will take a lot out of them, especially because they'll be travelling. Hence why I think this game will be going down the middle in a boring 1-1 draw.
Hi guys, my prediction for week 29. Arteta's babies again versus Rodgers' boys. Leicester, very iffy, sticky sort of sides. Never know which team is going to turn out. One week they're quite handsomely beat someone 3-4-0. The week after their struggle. Bit like Tottenham in their own way, really. Arsenal, I think they'll be comfortable against Leicester. I think Leicester will sit back, maybe hope to catch Arsenal on the break. I think Arsenal's quality should see them through. Expect to see a lot of clapping and finger pointing on the sidelines from Arteta. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-0 Arsenal win. Might not be that comfortable, but I think they will be fine against Leicester. Continue their great run of form. Saka is the boy, doing really well, playing really well. Just need Lacazette really to chip in with a few goals. So yeah, Arsenal 3, Leicester 0.
Hi, it's Munzie from Munzie Talks, and my game is Palace versus Man City. Last games for both of these, Man City thumped Man United 4-1, and Palace had a good result away to Wolves 2-0. Going into this, I know Palace are playing at home, so it might be a bit tricky. It's going to be a really tight game, I think. I think City will scrape it 2-1.
Brighton versus Tottenham. This is one of 3 fixtures added on to the week 29. This will be played on the midweek. At the time of recording, it's a week away, and they both still need to play over the weekend. Tottenham will play Man United, and Brighton play Liverpool. Tottenham just come off giving their fans false hope, beating a hopeless Everton side 5-0. They probably think they're going to win the league. All jokes aside, that would have been a great result, but Tottenham have been very consistent. They beat Leeds 4-0, then lost to Middlesbrough in the Cup. So, this is no means a win. They could possibly lose against Man United. Let's hope that's a draw for all Arsenal fans listening in. And with Brighton, yeah, listen, overachieved, average squad. They're a bottom half team, as I said they would. They're now, 13th, 14th. They'll continue to drop. They won't go down. But, again, the team's overachieved. The squad's got some okay players, but they've, again, overachieving manager, overhyped manager. He's never going to be a Tottenham Man United manager. Please shut up. They're average. Very simple. They might stay in the league for a few more years and they'll go down and everyone will forget about them. Let's hope this is a boring 0-0 draw, and it could possibly be so. That's what I want, of course. Arsenal fan don't like Tottenham, of course, and I've got this thing about Graham Potter and Brighton. Tottenham might go and win this one. I think Brighton on poor form. As much as I want to say 0-0, I'm going to go with Tottenham here. I think they might win this one. I want to say 2-0.
Arsenal versus Liverpool. Obviously, Arsenal are looking odds on to get that 4th spot. They've been picking up and playing really well, but they have gone under the radar as well. Just really unnoticed. I think all the teams around them are falling apart while they're just picking up points. Liverpool, on the other hand, I think they're just like an unstoppable juggernaut at the moment. They're just putting teams away. I know they didn't particularly impress in that Inter Milan home game, but they were already 2-0 up, so you can understand the tactics perhaps. I think they're going to be too much for Arsenal. It's going to be not a mauling of such, but it's just going to be a cosy 2-0 win. And Arsenal fans, don't worry about this one too much. Lick your wounds, move on. Your odds on for that top 4. You're going to be playing Champions League football next year. So well done, guys. Everton versus Newcastle. To be honest with you, as much as I don't want to just go for the obvious thing all the time, you can't look past this. Newcastle are in great form. Everton are in dire form. Ridiculous choice of manager. Ridiculous transfer signings. Did everything wrong. Nothing's got better. They've even looked worse in some of these games. Spurs just took them apart like they were a non-league team the other night. So I can't see where they're going to get all these points from. They're in real danger of going down. Newcastle went out. They didn't buy anyone amazing. They didn't break the bank. They just went out and bought sort of solid players for the positions they needed, and they've piled on the points ever since. Everton should have done the same thing, but they didn't. They've got it wrong yet again. Frank Lampard, don't know where he's going to go from here. Dele Alli, don't know where he's going to go from here. I can go on about Dele Alli all day, but I don't want this to be like a 3-hour video. So we're just going to move on. Newcastle are going to win this one 2-0. Newcastle nice and safe. Everton right in the shit.